she thinks she's a man, but she does not have the equipment to be a man.
Okay, so we got Cam Newton right here. He's going to reveal that he wants more children. He says they really give me my purpose. Shout out to People's Magazine here with the exclusive. In a caption in the Shade Room, says Cam Newton, People's Magazine. Cam Newton opens up about wanting more children. The father of 8 previously spoke about not being able to provide in the same way due to changes in his income. Fair use, by the way. Shout out to People's Magazine. Fair use, by the way, for the exclusive to the great Cam Newton, who's probably the GOAT of college football, former NFL MVP. Fair use.
And you opened up about your relationship with your kids, and I want to know, they always ask working moms, like, how do you do it all?
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you 8 kids? How do you do it all?
Yes. Did I tell you I want more?
You want more?
Yeah.
Where do you want to cap it? 10?
I don't know. However much that the God gives me. But jokingly and not jokingly, they really give me my purpose.
So also another thing, there's probably going to be obviously the normies and the women in the comments section. He has too much. He's a Debbie. She's creative. What did Dr. Dumbass Cheyenne? What's her name? Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I said Dr. Dumb A. No disrespect, but well, first of all, let me stop calling her doctor because they already debunked that. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. But wasn't she saying, oh, Cam Newton and Nick Cannon are creating broken families? No. Women create broken families. Now, number 2 or number 3, whatever. Cam Newton can run his program like that. He's able to. And it's not because of misogyny or patriarchy, whatever. What women don't understand is that they have completely out-leveraged themselves in the dating marketplace, meaning they say they want more money, yet they still want the man to make more money than them, right? Man has to be this. He has to be a certain height, certain status, blah, 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 blah. You need to be doing better than me, even though I'm doing better than most or whatever in their mind. So now a guy like Cam Newton, a guy like Nick Cannon, if you end up with a guy like that, you have no leverage. You can't tell him how to run his program. He has the leverage. So, and also to the simps, the male simps, guys, stop. Stop trying to call Cam some deadbeat or some whatever. Homie, if you were in his position, you'd probably run your program the same way. This is why, when women have like a regular dude, that's why they be trying to tie him down, making sure you can't sleep with other women or doing all this stuff or you can't do this, you can't do that. She makes rules for you because you have no leverage. You see, now when you're in a position like Cam, you create the rules. So this is why a person like Cam, as a man, you can't say he's wrong for how he's running his program. And as a woman, you have no say in the matter. Period. This is the rules. These are the standards you guys have set. So now, especially a guy like Cam, well, you gonna say he don't qualify? He not only does he meet your quote unquote crazy standards, he exceeds them, super exceeds them. So a guy like Cam, he can run his program however he wants it in terms of dating, whether he wants to get married or not. And he's been clear on that. He's just not really looking to get married, but he wants a whole lot of kids. That's how he wants to run his program. That's how he wants to run his program. Period. Point blank. But we're gonna let it keep playing.
And there's so many different things that I look at to say they're my refuge, they're my peace, they're my encouragement. And there's times where even I'm here and they're still, at home. Those type of things affect me, but it also gives me more reason to say I'm doing this because of that situation. Yes.
But that's a nice answer. Cam is always going to try to make it as nice as possible. And I always say this. I think Cam might as well just be, he's too nice because like he'll still try to be nice to the normies, but they're still going to criticize him, whatever he does. Like whatever he says on ESPN, they still criticize him. Like recently he had a quote where he said, I'd rather have the MVP than the Super Bowl or whatever. But Cam is always in a lose-lose situation because if he said, oh, I'd rather have the Super Bowl than the MVP, then they're going to bring up the fumble that he didn't jump on. So either answer that he picks, he's going to lose. And people have always put Cam Newton in lose-lose situation because I'm going to keep it a buck. A lot of you guys are jealous of Cam Newton physically. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be, Johnson watching or whatever you want to call me. A lot of you guys are jealous of Cam Newton, of his stature, his bravado, the way he carries himself. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you guys. a lot of the men that try to tell Cam Newton what to do, you're jealous of him. Let's. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm tired of holding back. Pause. But a lot of the dudes are just jealous of Cam. That's just bottom line. I've seen it since college. Trust me. I've been on both sides. I've been on both sides. So I don't want to hear the excuses. Now, number two. When it comes to the women, right? You're gonna see later on. I'm gonna put in this interview how she's going to try to ask Cam, but what about love? You're gonna hear that come up. You're gonna hear that pop up. But watch, we're gonna let it play.
Exactly.
Yeah, and love, is that in the picture for you?
Love them.
Not love them. Love as in love, the big L.
Yeah, love a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like where that come from? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you said you want
No, low key, she tried to trip him up. Low key, she tried to trip him up, but that's a whole other situation.
more kids.
Oh yes, yeah, for sure. Of course, that was a prerequisite.
Okay.
Like we ain't just having. Hey, anybody want a kid with me? Like no.
Okay.
No, we got.
So, but this is why I always encourage men: put yourself in the leverage position. People are always like this thing that where men are just expecting people to do the right thing or women to do the right thing and honor and all this. Ain't none of that out here in this real world, man. And also, man, shout out to Corey Holcomb, man. He was the only one. He was one of the first people like out there who's willing to like just to put it out there, just like, look, yo, is this Dr. Cheyenne Bright? Is this woman even a real doctor? Where he goes, where are your colleagues? And then people started doing the research, like, wait, she ain't no doctor. This bitch ain't no doctor. This bitch is like, she's literally a scammer. But with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, people are not going to question her, particularly black men, because black men are usually attracted to a prototype of a Cheyenne Bryant. You know what I mean? So women like that, they always want to sleep with women like that, or they're just attracted to women like. So whatever she says, they're just gonna go with it because of the attraction. Now let's look at some of the normie comments. Somebody said, just my honest opinion, if men were expected to be the primary caregivers the same way women are, we'd see a lot less of this. I don't know what they're talking about, because isn't Jasmine, she's still doing comedy from time to time, but all of Cam Newton's kids, they taken care of anyways. Whether Jasmine was there or he could literally get any bish or nanny. He has the means to take care of his kids. He has the means. And by the way, I'm just saying, when you forget the physical, you got that paper. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. People fall in line. They just fall in line. Bottom line. Remember Corey Holcomb told that story about when he saw Mayweather recently? He was sitting there walking around with his fiance. He was like, this is my fiance. And then this is also, I have my girlfriend right there. It's crazy work. I've seen this recently with somebody that I know. I'll talk about somebody that I know. They live in a specific town full of rich people. And he had his ex-wife, the wife, and his like current girl, like his mistress, like all right there, all of them, everybody behaving for the Christmas party. That's just when you got that paper and you the dude in the leverage position. That's just how it works. Now, me personally, if I had that paper, I don't want that much woman. But believe it or not, like people might say, "Whoa, what do you mean by that?" I mean, in terms of an official woman, because women are very expensive over time. So I would just run it like how Leonardo DiCaprio's running his system. He'd just be leasing hoes, and I would do it just like that. I'd be like, okay, I want all the bitches to be from this age range to this age range. They need to be this, and then I'll just just have that pipeline. You know what I mean? I'll just those specific type of hoes, and I'll be like, all right, that's it. Boom. All right, here's your little here's your lunch money. Now get out of here. I'm not even gonna lie. If I was in that position, I'd probably do things like that. So who's to say, like, if I were to ever be in that position, like who knows how I would act? You know what I mean? That's why I tell dudes, don't be judging these dudes that are in certain positions in life, you don't, because these dudes, because the average dude will get a promotion at their job, just one measly promotion, and then they'll always put themselves in a position where they're messing with multiple women.
We're setting that.
Okay, I
that
love
category.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. Didn't mean to throw you for a loop.
Love. Yeah, for sure. I'm extremely happy. My partner.
Sorry, I had to bring him back just because I remember he did say something about, he did mention Jasmine, so I had to replay it real quick.
And we've been together for some years, and it's just one of those things about, coming from sport that gives you that structure.
Yeah.
Now, how do you define structure and create it and curate it specifically to you?
Yeah.
And having a supporting cast is at its utmost importance because you could just find yourself just existing.
Yeah.
Okay, so bottom line, he's just, well, in a nicer way, he's saying, yo, Jasmine is doing her job. She's doing what she's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, a guy like Cam Newton, a Jasmine Sullivan is very replaceable. Like but even now, Jasmine does have one of his kids, if I'm not mistaken. She recently just had one of Cam's kids. So, she accepted the baby mama role. That's what she signed up for. And when you're a guy of leverage, you can pull it. When you got that paper, you got that fame, you got that status, you can pull it. And that's just something that, people, like, women are always going to front, but I think a lot of guys need to just start accepting this and just move accordingly. That's my opinion on that, because I be seeing a lot of, dudes be in them comment section trying to act all righteous and holier than thou. And I know good and damn well. Anyways, somebody said children are not collectibles. Somebody said, I am so sick of his shenanigans. That's funny, man. Somebody said they give you purpose while you give them a single parent household. No, men don't create single parent households. Women do. At the end of the day, the women swear they have all these options and choices. So why would you pick a situation where clearly he's made it clear that I'm not going to marry you? That's on you. And even then, remember, Jasmine Sullivan, they asked her like, yo, what you doing? And she said on her comedy set, she said, y'all would be doing the same thing I would be doing if y'all was in my position. And I'm just like, you see? And, somebody said, nah, bro, it's easy to want more when you can choose when to be there. They like nieces and nephews at this point. You give them back when you don't. Who's to say? Well, first of all, that's not true. He doesn't know what's going on in that household. First of all, as a man, it seems like Cam Newton really is a good guy. From my vantage point, from seeing him, watching his actions, he really seems like a decent dude. You know what I mean? Somebody said children shouldn't be the reason you feel a purpose. Somebody said stop interviewing this man. Well, look, homie, this is the problem. Where's my clip right here? Where's my clip? You're not a man.
She thinks she's a man, but she does not have the equipment to be a man.
So she's just used to her female vantage point. Why do they keep interviewing this man? Well, former college Heisman winner. Even, like, say if Cam Newton's whole NFL career was a bust. Say if it was just that, which is not true. But say if it was, he would still get interviews of him winning the Heisman in college. You see, when a man becomes something out of nothing, puts himself in history. Hell, even Vince Young. But let me finish my point. I gotta stop doing that to myself. When a man puts himself in that position where he could put himself in history, he's always going to have people wanting to interview him. He's always going to get TV gigs. He's always going to be in a position where he can make some real money in the entertainment industry. A guy like Cam. But at the end of the day, you wouldn't know because you're not a man. You don't understand the real work that men got to put to get to that position. So of course she would say something stupid. Just stop interviewing him. No. Plus, you can talk all that ish. You're going to still have all these female reporters still trying to holler at him. Because low-key, the female reporter, or female reporters in general, but in this case, the female reporter, she was low-key shooting her shot. But that's just, I notice these kind of things. And I think women know this too. I think women are kind of mad that they're attracted to what they're attracted to, or they submit to what they submit to. It's that nature that they always are trying to fight. Oh, man. So somebody said, wasn't he just complaining that his income took a dramatic hit? No, they just took one part of that show and him talking. He was just talking about in general. That was like a long conversation that he was having with the crew about the income changing. And every athlete already knows about that. that, life after the NFL, what happens to your income. So it's not Cam is always going to have a gig. He's always going to be fine. Somebody said, as a daughter who comes from an incompetent man who has had almost 15 kids, whether you are willing to take care of them or not, Mr. Newton, this is very selfish. Well, that means your mom is very incompetent. I mean, especially if it's a situation, if he was having kids with like multiple women, that means your mom was one of the hoes. Because women have been they've opened my eyes in these past couple of years. They swear they don't want kids. Then they meet a Cam Newton type dude, whether it be, without the money, with the money or without the money. They meet a Cam Newton type dude. And then all of a sudden they want to keep the kid and then talk about, oh, I'm a single mom. No, stop. Stop it. But anyway, shout out to Cam Newton, one of the greatest college football players I've ever seen, former NFL MVP winner. And I will say this, if they put Andrew Luck in the Hall of Fame, that means they're going to have to really look back at Cam Newton's career and consider him. But that's just me putting something out there.
Facts.
But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments section, whether you agree or disagree. And thank you for watching.